Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail and necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
My dad would not spy for money. He would only do it because he hated his country.
On the other side of the table, Dr. Scientist.
How many times have I fought beside you, Gyro? And this is how you repay me?
My name is Papa Scotch, and as I always say, pop quiz hotshot. You have 10 underage students craving alcoholic beverages in a store containing your high school principal. What do? What do you do? Welcome to Plotty Time. So, yeah, this is it. This is our first episode of 2022. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel like I phoned it in.
Like all of 2021?
No, this episode.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
I'm surprised I've been alive this long.
Yeah, makes two of us.
There you go. Good. Well, things to celebrate, right?
Oh yeah, 222. It's gonna be great.
So if you haven't figured out yet by the episode you just clicked on, we are going to be talking about our favorite games of 2021. Now, it's going to be our top 5 games. Maybe they came out in 2021. Maybe they didn't.
Probably not.
We played them in 2021, so we're going to fucking talk about them.
Yeah,
And that's how this is going to go. And we're going to go on tangents. We're going to talk about other bullshit. We're just going to have a good time. And I hope you guys enjoy it.
That's a promise I don't know if we can keep.
I'm going to kick this off, and I'm going to talk about a game I talked about on here several times. If I'm going down my list, I suppose this is going to be number 5.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with one of the better games I played this year, MLB The Show 21.
Did you platinum it?
I did platinum it.
Oh.
I think my end of the year ranking is a little skewed for this because it's been like 4 or 5 years since I played a baseball game.
That's the way you should do it.
I think you're right.
Not just with baseball, but with all of them.
Yeah, like any sports games, except for obviously, the best sports games that exist, NHL. Besides those, I think you're right. Like, I think if I pick up a Madden like every 5 years,
Yeah.
or like a FIFA.
Yeah, that's all it really needs. Or a Call of Duty.
Or you,
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I think we should start that trend. Like every yearly release game, we will buy one and then just not talk about it for 4 years.
why don't you be the Plotty Time expert on once every 5-year sports games?
I mean, I could be. I'll do it for baseball. So 5 years from now, I'll talk about MLB The Show 20.
Oh, I meant like this year
6.
play football.
Yeah,
Next
why
year
don't you
play
just change
soccer.
one every year?
I could. Maybe I'll play some Madden this year. Or no, I'm an idiot. I already bought FIFA 22. I'll play that.
There you go. I hear nothing but
Do they
things.
still make like a fight night?
No.
Actually, it's funny you say that because that supposedly the rumor is that that's EA's bringing that back.
I could see that being a good time.
Those were super fun.
Yeah, they
The
were.
Fight Night games.
Until you got really good and could just slaughter everybody.
I mean, this is not a little peek behind the curtain. We're recording this before 2022. So if things get announced, sorry. But I really think they should take another look at all of those EA Sports big games like NFL Street, SSX Tricky.
Remember the Arena League game?
Kind of.
Was it a serious football game or was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
arcade?
It was Arena League, regular football. You could destroy every team by running because they don't really run in.
It's true. There's no run defense
Yeah.
in Arena League football. It's just 80 to 73 is the final score.
Yeah.
I forget which game it was, but there were 2 that were kind of similar. The NFL Hits
Yeah.
and then Blitz.
Blitz and hits.
They weren't the same game.
I don't think that maybe they were. I don't know. But I remember seeing them in the arcade. Remember like those days when you'd go to the arcade and like the graphics on those machines was way ahead of like your Sega or Nintendo.
I still remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
because the game was built for that machine.
Yeah.
So they always looked fucking way better than anything we played. So I remember going and seeing like one of those games like NFL Blitz or whatever. And seeing like players just getting crunched and like helmets and fucking cleats are flying off. And I'm like, this is the best thing that was probably ever created.
You weren't wrong.
It was
And then
pretty good.
you had to sink in like $15 a quarter to finish one fucking game.
Oh, man. That brings
Good
me
times.
back.
But yeah, man, MLB The Show 21, good baseball sim.
Thumbs up from Papa Scotch.
It gets a thumbs up, but it gets a thumbs up because I didn't play one in 4 or 5 years. So
That's all right.
yeah, but the thing you got to think about is I was able to jump in and just pick right up and play the game. Like there was no learning controls because they're all exactly the same. Take that for what it's worth. But how about you there, Dr. Scientist? You got a number 5 or a decent one this year? What do you got?
The number 5 game I think I played in 2021 is a game called Other Side. I'm sure none of you will remember these games.
No.
But it was a strategy RPG, and it was kind of like Cthulhu mythos based. And it was hard as fuck. And you controlled it was kind of like set up like XCOM, where you can move across the screen and stuff and attack and set things up, set responses and attacks. And it was good, and well, it was also hard because you couldn't heal. So you had to sacrifice other people to heal, and it got more difficult as we went on. I enjoyed it. If anybody else likes strategy role-playing games, I think they should try it.
Okay.
And that's Other Side with a C.
Yes.
Oh, see, that's why I never saw it.
Patricide and Regicide.
It's the other side.
I'm just taking a look at it now. It looks interesting. It looks like a live-action board game.
Yeah, and it's got a nice art style. It's all black and white with splashes of red.
It is pretty.
Yeah, but it's
a lot of menus.
Yeah, it's a strategy. If you don't like RPGs and strategy games, you're probably not going to like it. But if you do, A+, give it a crow. It's one of the best I played in a while.
Oh, yeah? I mean, it looks... Did you platinum it?
Yes, I did.
Attaboy. How long did it take you?
A couple weeks.
Was it a tough one? Or just grindy?
Grindy. I mean, like some of the difficulty ones weren't that difficult. And like beating the bosses the end boss is a real pain in the ass. But you can figure out ways to cheese certain enemies and stuff, and like any good strategy game.
I'm looking at the gameplay here, and I feel intimidated. Like I feel left out, like because it looks so advanced. You know what I mean? Because like I didn't grow up playing these. I'm not a fan of these games. Not because I have anything wrong with them. I didn't get into it.
Yeah.
There's too many games. I didn't get into these types. So looking at it, it looks very intimidating, like a huge learning curve.
Probably, and it's not easy. I would definitely not make it the first strategy RPG you play.
Yeah, I need like training wheels to figure out if I even like this genre. Because it looks good. Like it looks really pretty. The art style's great. Like the cutscenes of when you beat people or advanced levels look really nice.
Yeah.
Damn, but it's strategy.
Fair enough.
That's my number 5. Let's hear what Chump Slap has to say
Christ.
for... I don't even know if he played 5 games this year.
My number 5 game coming in just under the wire.
Fallout New Vegas.
No, it's higher up.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm going to go with Marquette.
Oh.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
I definitely have the game, but don't have a PS5 to download it on.
Maquette. Maquette.
And what was that like?
It's a good, fun puzzler game.
I completely missed this one.
It was free off on PS Plus.
Yeah, definitely. It's the only reason I downloaded it.
I have it in my library. If I ever buy a PS5, I guarantee
It's probably in
I mean,
mine,
we're
too.
recording this a month ahead of time. I guarantee I don't have a PS5.
That's your fault. It's an all right story. Just a story about a relationship, how it started, how it fell apart. And
Puzzly?
yeah, that was just like the background
That's the story for the puzzles.
Yeah. And then the puzzles were like a little like model inside of a bigger model, inside of a bigger model. Inside. It just kept getting exponentially bigger.
I do like me a puzzle game. I wanted to play it. Never got around to it, though.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Check it out. I mean, like you just pick up a normal size key and you drop it in like the small puzzle, the small model inside. Mm-hmm. Then you'd walk back out to the big model and it's like a big key. So you're just
Oh, okay.
playing with size and shit.
It's like a perspective puzzles.
Kind of, yeah. It was pretty neat. And the story wasn't terrible for how much heart it did have. I guess I'll give it to him. But I didn't play more than 10 games this year, so...
Oh, I can't believe it's that many.
Oh, it is.
It looks pretty cool. I like the art style.
Yeah, it was definitely unique. And it doesn't take long to beat. It's fun.
Oh, you can like actually walk around these environments and stuff.
Yeah, it's like first person.
Actually, just bought on the Black Friday sale, there was a perspective game called The Perfect Angle. It was only like $2 or something, so I bought it.
Yeah.
And it's like a bunch of random shit, and you got to try and line it up and find an actual picture, like a seahorse or something dumb.
It's like the constellation rooms in Superliminal. Like you're just looking up at the stars.
I
and
also have Superliminal to play at some
you
time.
can move. You just have to find like where they line up. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I gotta play more puzzle games.
Yeah, there it is. A puzzle game. Maquette. Maquette. I don't know how the fuck it's pronounced. Maquette. Yeah, it's probably not even et.
Well, you can hit us up on the subreddit and tell us how to actually pronounce it.
Yeah.
You fucking losers.
Put out your own podcast. Just how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
The Pronouncing Maquette podcast.
But yeah, there it is, number 5.
There you go. Maquette.
Why don't you lead right into our number 4?
Oh, you want me to do number 4?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, what the hell?
You want to do it like Serpentine style?
Yeah, sure. Someone call it out. The next person goes.
All right. Coming in just above Maquette. Or Maquette. Oh, shit. Let me see. Yeah. Number 4, Metro Exodus.
Oh, a first-person shooter?
First-person shooter. There's 3 on the list, so watch out.
Wow.
I only played 10 games,
Yeah.
and 3 of them weren't.
But you didn't play any of the other Metros, did you?
No. This is the first Metro I played, but we covered Metro. At least the first one.
Yeah, we definitely did. This year,
Yeah, we
I
did.
think. Last year?
Yeah, I don't remember. But I mean, it was an okay game. Kind of Fallout-y, but not nearly as in depth. You didn't level up or anything, so there was no like RPG, but it was still fun to walk around post-apocalyptic wastes shooting people and searching houses and shit, because that shit's fun to me. Ever tell you guys that I had a dream that I was in real life Fallout and I was like searching an old lady's house, looking in every little nook and cranny, and I found her weed stash.
That's pretty
Nice.
funny.
I was like, I gotta pick up every key I see. It was so fucking weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty neat though. I would so play it.
Now, which Metro game did we play, Dr. Scientist? Was that Last Light?
Last Light, yeah.
Is that the latest
Which I
one?
enjoyed. No, it's not the latest one. It was the second
One, yeah.
Mm.
It must have been free on PS Plus at some point.
So then Exodus is after that one.
Yeah.
Isn't Exodus the newest one?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's the 4th one. I don't know.
I don't know. I just know you're out of the metro now. You're like on a train on the surface.
I'll actually look it up. But I enjoyed Last Light. I like the style of it. I totally get where you're saying it's like Fallout like.
Yeah, like Fallout Light.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm looking up the video games. There we go. So Metro 2033, that's the one we did. That was the first one from 2010.
What score did we give it, out of curiosity?
Last Light, the second one was from 2013.
Mm.
And then Redux is the remastered
Those two.
2033 and Last Light. And then Exodus was the one released in 2019.
Oh, really?
And and it
Okay. There you
was
go.
the newest installment.
It was okay.
Hmm.
So check it out. If you don't, I don't care.
It gets a half a thumb up, I guess.
It really it's kind of dawning on me and making more sense why people put numbers at the end of their installments.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You don't know exactly which order they're in.
Yeah, like trying to
Because
figure
we've
out.
had this exact conversation.
Yeah,
at
about
least
Resident
twice.
Evil movies.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know which one's which.
Like, wait, which one was that? Which one were they in the weird world? Which one were they in the desert in Las Vegas? And we had to sit there and figure it out.
Yeah.
But I might kind of want to check this out.
Yeah, it's all right.
You're a coward. You won't.
I probably won't because I bought a shitload of games
Oh,
recently.
dude, I have I have 40 now on my PlayStation.
Dude, I bought like hard copies. Like I have Guardians of the Galaxy sitting in the case. I got FIFA 22. I've got
Play it because I want to know if it's good.
Riders Republic.
No, you did get that?
I did. And there's a couple more that are just sitting in the cellophane waiting to go. And the only reason they're not installed and I'm not really giving them a shot is because I want to finish some other fucking games and get them uninstalled from my system.
Yeah. I hear that.
I got to upgrade that hard drive, man.
Right?
Especially when fucking Call of Duty takes up half of it.
Oh, that's why I deleted it.
I'm going to have to. That's how it's going to be, and that's okay. And I can let things go. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Dr. Scientist,
Okay.
you're up, right?
Yeah,
Or am I up?
No, that's the scientist.
What do you got for number 4 for us?
All right, my number 4 game is a nice little indie darling called Lair of the Clockwork God. It told a nice tale of two friends who wanted to play different style games in their lives. One wanted it to be a puzzler, one wanted it to be a point and click game, and one wanted it to be a platforming game, and they kind of mixed them together.
Remember you talking about this, and I remember thinking, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it does sound pretty neat, but I still haven't looked into it.
No, me neither.
I enjoyed it. It's very aware of itself and very out there. It had a great story to it, actually. I was surprised.
It was funny.
Yeah. It's basically the story is that this the apocalypse starts, and you have to try and talk this computer into saving humanity. And you have to, it like makes programs for you, and you have to teach it emotions and stuff.
And levels are like alternating between the two of you.
No, you have to go through them together.
You have to do like certain parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like there's a world that you like the platforming guy spawns into when he dies, and he has to like drop off all his items and go back to the real world so he can start over. And it goes on like that, and doing various things and trying to solve puzzles with them together.
And what were the genres? You said one was point and click, and what was the other one?
Platforming.
Like a side scroller?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it sounds all right.
So yeah, like the guy who would do the point and click would find various things to make your weapon so you can like do the double jump.
Oh,
like
nice.
you had to kill two
yeah.
balloon enemies and give them the springs from them and stuff, and then he put them onto old sneakers and made you the double jump boots.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool, actually.
Then you have to hand them back and forth, and
I might have to check it out.
it's a very good game.
What was it called?
Lair of the Clockwork God. And I did not get the platinum because there was one trophy that was kind of glitchy, and you don't know if you get it until the very end, and I didn't get it. And I was not going to play through it again just to get that trophy.
Oh, so it's not worth playing again?
Well, I already know how to do everything.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
not
just
really a good
puzzly.
replay value. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, I know what you mean, man. It's like, do I want to play this game for another 5 or 10 hours?
Especially
or...
when I have 40 other games on my PlayStation.
Exactly. Like, you got other shit to do.
Yeah.
But why don't you finish off our little foray here, Papa Scotch, with the number 4.
Nice. Very nice. No surprise here. This is a game I play every year. And as everybody knows, it's about the loose puck deeks, son. Talking about NHL 22, where we introduce the X Factor abilities.
Oh.
Oh.
Certain star players, usually like between 1 to 3 per team-ish,
Mm-hmm.
they have something called an X Factor. And some of them are like Playmaker or Sniper, or they have much more fun names
It's
than
a
I'm
way
thinking
to
of
make
right
the
now.
superstars a little bit better.
Exactly. And it also is a good way to give them like different animations.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like Austin Matthews has one about
Who?
like where he does a pullback snapshot.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what that is.
And that's like his signature move in real life, and he does that, and he's better at scoring than any other player if they do it. Shit like that. The goalies, their X factors are usually not as good, but the animations for their ridiculous saves are a lot of fun. Stuff like that.
Nice.
So, why is this better than the previous installment? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I mean, like,
Just checking. I mean,
I know that, but a lot of the modes that are in this game have already existed in previous games.
yeah.
I got to give them some credit because when they made the jump from 3 to 4, it was a fucking mess. And like the first game, I think it was NHL 15 on PS4, was like all the cool shit that was in the PS3 versions was like stripped out just so they could get a version that would work.
Oh, really? That's lame.
And they added stuff later in patches, but it was like still a half the stuff that would normally be in an NHL game. So this transition, I think, was a lot of the same shit, but I'm excited for the next year or the year after when they actually start innovating.
Yeah. Especially with that fucking, what's that engine called?
Frostbite?
Frostbite. Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. It was the first year with the Frostbite engine,
So you're saying it was
which
worth
I think makes it a lot more fun because a lot of the time in NHL games or just any hockey games, it's more arcadey. Like people get the puck, they don't lose the puck for no reason. If they take a shot, it always hits the net or it hits someone and goes right to someone. Like there's more chaos now of pucks just fucking pinballing off people. Players they're not looking at the puck. It goes behind them and they don't see it because they weren't looking there.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Like it's slightly it's a little bit more realistic. We're getting there.
yeah.
But it does do a better job of like the chaos of a puck just flying around and no one has any idea where it is.
Sweet. I wish I could get into hockey games.
You guys got to give it a shot. I mean, Dr. Scientist, you're a huge hockey fan. I don't know I don't know how you haven't gotten any of these.
Well,
He doesn't like sports games. You can tell.
well, if I ever finish all the games on my PlayStation, I'll catch up.
Okay,
He'll
perfect.
never catch
I think
up.
that's reasonable.
That's the least you can ask, right? Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, so there we go. Since I got the hot corner, am I going for number 3 right away?
Might as
Ooh,
well.
drop it.
Now, I don't remember if I picked this game last year. I don't think I did, which is sad because I just listened to the episode to prep for this, and I don't think I mentioned it. But I played so much of it this year, I got to put it on the list. It's Call of Duty Cold War. Specifically, Call of Duty Cold War Zombies.
Just that mode.
Okay.
Just that mode, man. There's so much to it. It was so rich, so robust. I won't spend too much time on it, but you could do your round-based maps, which are like classic zombie shit. The perks and the upgrade systems were all fucking great. And when they weren't great, they then got patched to the point where they were great. Then way deep late into the season, they're still adding weapons like a week before the new version came out. They're still updating it and doing stuff to it. They introduced the Outbreak mode, the Onslaught modes. It was like its own other game. It was so big.
Yeah, it was really good. I'll give you that.
And Vanguard just breaks my fucking heart, how bad that is.
Well, it did take him a year to get all this stuff out.
That's true, but, I just think in my mind, and maybe this is unfair, maybe it's not. I mean, like, Call of Duty Cold War Zombies is still there. Like, I can go play it with all that stuff. It's not going anywhere. But I expected Vanguard to at least be on par with that.
Like, pick up where they left off.
Exactly. I think it's slightly unfair that I did that, and maybe not everything would be there day one, but it's bad. Like it's real bad. And like we're doing this episode earlier. Maybe they turned it around. Maybe it's great now in a month, but I doubt it. Dude, it's so broken. Like
it has too much to live up to.
It's got so much to live up to. They completely changed the format. You get dropped in this central hub, and then you have to unlock other parts of the map by doing objectives, and that's how you level up, and enemies become harder. But there's only 3 different types of objectives. I mean, by now there's probably 4 or 5, but there's only a couple, and they're the same shit over and over.
So tell us why the other game was good in this one.
Is there a lot more?
It's not fun. Like, the Call of Duty Zombies Cold War was a shitload of fun. I put a lot of hours into it. I had a great time doing it. When I was playing The Division, like, it was a slog, and I didn't want to play it. I was just grinding. Call of Duty Zombies, I had fucking fun with. Like, I could go back right now and play it again and have a fun time. But Vanguard's just trash. Division got old. Whatever. I'll just move on.
Yeah.
That's number 3. Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. If you haven't played it, fucking check it out. It's great.
Check it out. It's pretty good. Maybe I'll reinstall it.
Yeah, we'll do some Outbreak. Maybe we should stream it like we said we were going to do months ago and just did not.
We really got on that.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll pull something together for 2022.
Let's see.
But anyway, number 3 game. It is Dr. Scientist.
Yeah. My number
What do
3
you got
game
for us?
for 2021 that I played in 2021.
Lay it on us, brother.
It may have even come out in 2021. It's a roguelite action-adventure game called Hades.
I knew it once you said rogue.
Yep.
If you like any of those genres, you get it. It's one of the better ones I've played.
Does it have like a funky animated style?
Sort of, yeah.
I gotta look it up.
It's isometric
Because
view.
I've heard good things from a lot of people now.
I could have sworn you played it.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No.
Nope, just me.
Because I know
You had
Dr.
to pay
Scientist,
for
you
it.
talked about it for weeks.
Yeah. It was good. I platinumed that one. That's 2 I platinumed during it. But yeah, it's just fun to go through everything. It's kind of gets grindy if you're just going for the trophies at the end. But you can do a lot just trying to have fun and unlock things. And there's a lot to unlock.
Nice.
I'm just taking a look at it. Oh, so this is what a roguelike is.
Oh, you're not going to really know by looking at it. But
Oh yeah, you get it.
The
You'll
art
get it.
styles. The art style is really
it's
cool. I
very
actually
good
own
art,
this
too,
game,
But
and I haven't played it yet at all.
Yeah, you
Still
just
in the
buy every
cellophane.
game. Yeah.
I told you guys about that. I bought a hard copy of it,
yeah.
Yeah.
which I had no idea they even made. I just saw it on Amazon for like $20. I was like, sure.
Might as well.
I mean, it's a very interesting style.
Yeah, it's very hectic at some parts and
Yeah.
can be difficult.
It's
depending on
not
how you
like.
play it.
Is it like side scroller?
No, isometric view.
The hell's that?
1.5D kind of.
If you saw it, you'd know exactly what you're talking about.
Like Isaac?
No,
More.
Isaac's more like 2D, but
More like Fallout, right? Like the original OG Fallout.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it like I'm looking at it, it's so colorful. Like it's really nice.
Yeah, and you get all the cards, all the gods have their own personalities and stuff, and kind of play through it.
All right, yeah, I'll have to
So
look
this
into it.
this may be a silly question, but give me a break. So I don't play many of these at all or any. What is the goal? Like, is it to get through the level and get to a certain area?
Well,
Is
you
it to
can beat
kill
the
everybody?
level. You can beat the level, like go through and all of them and get at the end. Then you just do it again. But they make it so the story keeps going after you beat it once, and
Oh, really?
yeah, and you can make them more difficult. They have a thing called the heat system, where you can start making the enemies more harder or give them more health and try and fight your way out. You get more bonuses if you do it.
Okay. But once you get to the end, you just have to start over again.
Yeah, we'll start from the first level and go through it and fight all the way to the end.
Yeah. How hard is
Is it
it?
based?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. How hard is it?
Depends on how you play. There's two ways to play. I mean, it's hard either way, but you can play a god mode, which kind of gives you a damage resistance, and every time you die, it makes you a little tougher. Or there's a way you can play without that, and it's always just as tough, but the enemies get so strong at the end that you just have to be able to good at dodging. And I don't have the time to just play difficult games over and over and over again.
No, I
trying.
hear you.
That's a bummer.
So is this like the story like a mishmash of different types of gods?
No, it's
Like are they
it's
pulling
all,
from multiple
it's all
sources?
Roman Greek gods.
Okay, because I just saw. I'm like clicking through a video here. I saw Poseidon come up.
Yeah,
I saw the ferryman. What's his name?
Karen.
There it is, Karen.
Yeah, they're all
it
there.
looks pretty cool.
So they're like mini bosses on your way to the boss?
Well, no, they help you try and get out of hell because you're trying to escape hell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might have to look
Looks
into
really
it.
cool. I really gotta play more fucking game. Not even like spend more time on gaming.
Just play more different
Just
games.
play like get some fucking variation in here, dude. You know?
Yeah, tell me about it. Wait till you hear my top three.
Fair
But
enough.
yes, Hades is a great game.
Why do I play games until I fucking hate them? Like, why don't I beat the game and be like, that was fun, and then move on to something different?
Yeah. I don't know. Because you're
I
a
don't.
trophy whore.
So
I guess they can't release a new version of Streets of Rage 4 every year.
So why don't you tell us your next one on your list, Chump Slap?
Well, if you've been listening this year, you know I've played Call of Duty Cold War.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I'm going to say Zombies is fun as shit.
you and Papa Scotch had it at the same spot on your list.
I know, it's weird.
Interesting.
I played a lot of multiplayer, like a lot of multiplayer.
Yeah, you sure did. Because I'd be like, dude, I've been grinding this fucking shotgun for 3 weeks. And you're like, oh, I did in like 20 minutes of multiplayer.
And it held up. It was good. It was very fun. Like Scotch said, Zombies was the best I've ever played in Call of Duty, which isn't saying much because I haven't played that many zombies. But I really did enjoy the multiplayer, which I played a good amount of different Call of Duties. And this one, well, controversially, I like Infinite Warfare
Ooh.
a lot.
Okay.
But you can like jump around. It's got like boost boots, like big jumps and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like one of the futuristic versions.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
I don't think that's that controversial. I mean,
I don't know.
I think people shit on it because it was the first one that was like that.
That's fair.
the
well,
first
a lot
one
of
that had,
people
like, wall
pretending
running
they're
and
in
shit
war.
Yeah, a lot of people like, oh, boots on the ground. If I'm just sitting in this lane, I can shoot anybody who walks out. But if you're jumping around a wall ride into a double jump in the air, oh, I can't snipe him in the head. But
So
yeah,
basically, people who were good at Call of Duty or enjoyed playing multiplayer, they got into a version where you had to change tactics and adapt, and they couldn't do it. So
that's
they're
the
like,
way
this game sucks.
that's the way I feel it went. Yeah, but
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I believe that for sure.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good time. Really reminded me of Halo. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And even the story was decent. I had a good time
What
playing it.
what are some of the good maps you liked here?
I can't remember any fucking names of maps.
You only played them a
I'm
thousand
not.
times.
I didn't come here to start a fight. All right.
All right. Well, they were most of the maps were remakes of old maps.
They really do that a lot. But you know what? If they're free, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. They just came like every season. They'd be like, all right, we're releasing 2 multiplayer maps or whatever. Oh, they're remakes of old maps. And you're like, oh, that's But then you're like, oh, I remember playing this map.
Now, honest question. Do you pay for multiplayer maps still, like the map packs like you used to?
No, not anymore. Now with the
They just release the maps and
with
then...
the seasons, it's like, okay, new season, there's new maps.
That's awesome.
I know, because I used to hate that. Be like, oh, I want to play, but I'm not paying $15 or whatever for the DLC because that's what everyone's playing multiplayer. You can't play unless you have the new maps.
the old maps?
Yeah.
Oh, and then they fuck you over because they're like, oh, here's the full, robust, awesome multiplayer mode. There's 3 maps.
Yeah.
You got to buy the rest. And then you get sick of those 3 maps over and over again.
Mm-hmm. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh, you want to play
definitely.
Nuketown again? Good, because we're putting it in.
Put it in every goddamn year. That's what's
Yeah.
happening.
But yeah, I really did enjoy it. But there was a time where I had to call it cold turkey or else I would have never played anything else this year.
I get that.
I don't think I used it last year because that was in November, wasn't it?
You might have, but
I don't think we mentioned it in the. If we did, then someone hop in the subreddit, go over to the subreddit, join the subreddit, like us on the subreddit.
No, I
Tell us all
definitely
about
played
it, how idiots we are.
better games. At least 5. Here's Blasphemous and Control and Doom Eternal. And, yeah.
We definitely talked a lot about Control last year,
Yeah.
for sure. There's also, just to give us a brief tangent, we talked about games coming out in 2022 we might be excited about.
Oh, yeah?
was one of them Cyberpunk?
Ratchet and Clank was there.
Nobody's played it.
I don't know.
No one's played it. You, Chump Slap, said that I was like, is there anything you're interested in? And you mentioned maybe Back 4 Blood.
Yeah, that just came out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just did.
Oh.
And I have that and barely played it. I need to get more in that, see if it's good.
Oh, wait till next year, man. I'm looking forward to at least one game. It's going to be sweet.
Do you want to tell us what the game is? Or
Oh, no, I thought we were doing that section again.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
any
think
games that are
anyone's
coming
looking forward. Elden Ring.
out. Oh, yeah.
That looks fucking badass.
Is that out now?
No. They just did a server test or whatever.
Oh, okay. I thought
Okay.
maybe I saw people playing the.
Yeah. New Souls Lake.
there you go.
It's going to be badass. Or not. But they, From Software never puts out like a fucking glitchy, shitty
Yeah,
game.
no.
So,
It might be unbalanced and
yeah.
That's the bar now. Does it work? It does. All right, let's hear about this.
It's like-
I haven't had to reset my PlayStation in a while.
Yeah. I don't know. Does it work? Yeah, it's From Software. Oh, is there a broken type of build you can make? Yeah, it's From Software.
Yeah. Is there one armor that like is invisible and you see right through it and it clips through textures? Sure.
Yeah.
But that's the worst problem there is. Like,
It
great.
happens. But the game works, so. Well,
Man, what a low fucking bar.
are you looking forward to anything next year or what? Maybe
I don't-
VR 5, PS5 VR.
I think the Callisto Protocol,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be very interesting.
If
But
it
I haven't
makes
heard
it.
much news about that.
Yeah, if it makes it in
Well,
2022.
fine, then something, the Dead Space remake looks
Oh.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I play a shit out of that. Shell 23. I mean, come on, bro. Shell 23. I know Battlefield just came out and it's not getting great reviews. I still have to play it.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone says it sucks. But
I don't know why. I don't know. I haven't read any of the reviews. I want to give it a
Yeah.
fair shake.
I have no idea.
I have some really great memories of playing Battlefield, Bad Company 2. A lot.
Yeah,
Like the multiplayer, I played a lot of that multiplayer.
interesting.
Like I'm talking, I got every goddamn trophy except for like a couple with the last expansion.
Yeah, we got to find a good multiplayer game that you like to play.
We do. I'll give some more time into Back 4 Blood. See if it's worth it.
Word.
Great. So who the fuck is up? That was just Chump Slap.
Oh,
Dr. Scientist?
is it me
Oh no, you're up
again?
again.
Wait, was that your number 3?
That was 3.
Okay.
All right, coming in at number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, we're on 2, bro.
You guys hear about this game called Fallout New Vegas?
When did that come out?
You know,
11 years ago.
you talking about it makes me want to play it again because there's so many people. Like, there's 2 different camps. There's the Fallout 3 camp, and then there's the New Vegas camp.
Yeah.
And I think the variation here was that if you played on PC 1 and 2, then you fall into the camp of, like, you love New Vegas, and it can do no wrong.
Okay, maybe.
But if you joined it around Fallout 3 and you never played the old ones, then Fallout 3 and 4 are your jam.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd go 3 in Vegas. Those were, and then 4 you had they ruined it with the settlements and shit.
I played 3.
They really did.
I didn't really like New Vegas all too much.
Dude,
I didn't like New Vegas as much as 3.
yeah, I could go there too.
I thought the story was a lot better in 3. And I like there were the disappointment of going to the Strip the first time, like we talked about that on this podcast. I think it did a lot of stuff right. I think like you mentioned it even too, Chump Slap, that one of your favorite things is just to fucking walk around and just explore and find shit. And they did that perfectly.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking places to explore. And there's like so many unique weapons just like strewn all over the place. You just find them anywhere. That's like my favorite part. But
and the setting's great. Like,
yeah, I just got to the Strip and holy shit, I forgot how many times you had to load every 5 fucking seconds.
That was the worst.
You can't even like fast travel. You have to fast travel to the entrance to the Strip.
Go outside.
oh, that's right.
And then you have to go in
yeah.
the door, in another door. Ugh.
Oh my god, I'm having fucking PTSD flashbacks.
This might get off the list if I play any more this year.
Yeah, I also didn't like, because the goal of 3 was to find your dad, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you got out of the vault and were looking for your dad.
And you could help people on the way or whatever.
Yeah.
But
You could help people on the way, and when you got to your dad, you could make the decision to clean the water or let it be shitty or whatever.
yeah.
But in New Vegas, it was like, get revenge. And then you get revenge like I don't know, 60% through the game? 50% through the game you kill Benny?
It's up to you, really, because I haven't even done it
Yeah,
yet.
you could do it right away if you felt like it.
Yeah.
And then after that, the game's like, oh yeah, that wasn't what this game's all about. You have to actually join one of these groups.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to stop you have to help somebody take over
Vegas.
Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
And,
Which I
yeah.
thought was better than 4, but
Yeah.
it just didn't hit. It didn't hit all the same notes as 3 for me.
No, yeah, I agree with you there, but this year I didn't play 3, but so
That's gonna be one of your top games of 2022, Fallout 3.
if they remastered it
Or another
that'd be
edition
sick.
of Skyrim.
Yeah, why not remaster Fallout 3? Fuck Skyrim
Yeah,
again.
why do Skyrim 40 fucking times?
Like seriously, like there's not that many Fallout 3 fans?
I'll tell you what, Bethesda, if you're listening, if you remaster Fallout 3, I will buy it full price in a fucking second. Won't even think about it. I'll
Yeah.
buy it immediately.
And make it a special edition with something cool in it.
Oh, dude, especially like throw in all the DLC. Like Dead Money was fucking great.
Yeah.
All the DLCs were good.
I never played any of the DLCs for New Vegas.
I don't think I did
Oh
either.
god. Or wait, was Dead Money and
That was the name.
That was
New
the New
Vegas one.
Vegas.
We had the
All right,
Pit,
I'm looking them
The
up.
Pit was one. Fort Lookout.
Operation Anchorage.
And for Operation Anchorage was awesome.
Operation Anchorage was
Point
fucking
Lookout,
great.
where you went to the swamp area. The alien ship one. I don't remember what that was called.
Zeta. Mothership Zeta.
Mothership Zeta. And then there was the one that changed the ending, where you
Mothership.
that raised the level cap. It was kind of just Brotherhood of Steel,
Oh, yeah.
the Brotherhood of Steel expansion.
Oh, Broken Steel.
Yeah.
Now, question, and because I just do not remember, Broken Steel, was that the one with the big robot?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Liberty Prime.
Liberty Prime. Was
Yeah.
that Broken Steel,
That was in the regular
or was
game.
that in the game?
It was in the game.
Yeah, because in the Broken Steel was a continuation. Like you woke up, you didn't die from the poison if you did that, and you woke up and you were.
Oh, really?
You had to do something else. I think. Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's also when it raised your level cap to 30, and you can become ridiculously powerful with all the perks and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got too many
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah, by 25, you ran out of perks you were taking. Like, sure, I'll take entomologist. I'll do extra damage
Yeah.
against insects.
That's true.
Although I'm pretty sure I took entomologist.
There's a lot of perks in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Plus,
God damn.
so
the New
many
Vegas-
companions that give you perks and shit, too.
New Vegas had Dead Money, Honest Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play any of those.
I didn't play any of those.
I know I played all of them. Old World Blues, Lonesome Road. I remember Lonesome Road was great. And the Gunrunners, Arsenal, and Courier Stash, which were more like stuff rather than actual levels.
Yeah. Maybe I'll look into that. But anyway, yeah. Number 2 for 2021,
A game released in 2010.
2010. Mega
There you go.
hit.
Well, no other game you played last year was as good as it.
It was really
Well,
good.
one game was.
Yeah, and I'm sure you know what it is by now. But Scientist, what was your number 2?
Glad you asked. Because it's weird you're talking about Fallout, because this one was a lot like the first 2 Fallout games. My number 2 is Disco Elysium. I think it came out last year, actually, but I played it this year.
Doesn't matter. When did you play it?
Oh, that was the game that got banned in Australia. That's right.
Yeah.
Why was that? Because it wasn't
'Cause of,
rated
like-
or something.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
no.
something.
It was allowed to come out on the Steam store in Australia because they didn't have to have a rating. But then when they released it for PS4, they had physical copies of it, and since there was a physical copy, they had to get it rated by the extremely
Yeah.
conservative Australian ratings
And
board.
it's not a
And
very
they-
conservative game.
Oh, yeah?
no.
No. It's a...
They're like notoriously into banning games.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's a nice role-playing. There's a lot of text, so if you want to read, it's not a game you want to play. A lot of text. But it's you play as a detective, and you wake up one day, and there's a dead body outside, and you're kind of just stuck in a destroyed hotel room. And, of course, everybody's pissed at you because you got drunk and destroyed it. But you got drunk and forgot everything, so you got to try and...
Oh, so you think you killed the body?
Well, you remember that you find out later, like soon, that you're a cop, so you think you were there to inspect the body.
And then got wasted.
And then you go through the whole thing of trying to figure out who killed it, and then it just gets... I don't want to say it's slappy,
Oh, sounds like it
because it's
slaps.
off. Because
It sounds slappy. I'm hearing slap. I'm hearing slap.
because
Just saying.
but the ending comes out of nowhere. Like you don't see you
Nice.
never
All right,
guess
yeah,
who it was.
don't even
You never
go
get-
more into it. That sounds awesome, actually.
Good out of nowhere or bad out
Oh,
of
good
nowhere?
out of nowhere. Like just
Oh, okay.
because there's a couple days and you have like time actually passes in it, so you could. But there's more than enough time to do anything you want. And eventually, if you can figure out who did it, like the first couple, I don't think there's multiple endings, but the first couple times you think you find out who did it, it turns out that wasn't the person, and then something weird happens, and you try and figure that out. And then there's like this whole like Zen thinking ideology and stuff to get through things, and
I'm gonna have to put that one on the list, maybe.
very good game.
Interesting.
Highly recommend it.
So is it like linear and it's always the same story and reveals, or are there branches?
I believe. Well, I think you can actually get through it and die a couple places.
Oh, that's awesome. I love games that do that.
Because there's one spoiler alert, I don't know, but there's one part in like one of the early days where there's a shootout, and if you fail some rolls you die or get really hurt or other people die.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, it's very good. I enjoyed it. Highly recommend
Hey, it got great reviews. And people said it was like a throwback style with that like 1D or
Yeah.
1.5D.
It's definitely something.
1D.
1D,
It's
one
one and a
dimension.
half.
Whoa.
But
Well, with all that text.
Yeah.
but yeah, and
day.
there's like the old school like charisma check or like dexterity check to me, and if you fail, you can't do it.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird side quests. Like
I think I'm just gonna watch like one of those videos that are like the first 15 minutes or the first half hour or whatever,
And then see if you
and
want
see
to
if
play
I can
it
get
from
down
there.
with it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's not a style of gameplay I'm used to or have played much of, because even when those games were like more popular and more in the forefront, I've never played any of them.
Yeah.
Not because I had anything wrong with them, I just didn't
Just never did it. Yeah.
just didn't get to it.
but yes, it's a fantastic game. A+ is all around for it.
Okay.
Papa Scotch.
Disco
Elysium.
Elysium.
Papa Scotch, why don't you tell us your number 2?
My number 2 is a game PS5 exclusive that I don't think you guys were expecting for me to pick.
I bet you I know what it is now.
I still don't have a clue.
It's
Just say it.
Astral Playroom.
It is Astro's Playroom.
Really?
It
It's
really
the only
is.
PS5 exclusive I could think that he played.
Yeah, man, it was a platformer. It was kind of kid-centric, but it was one of those games it's like the Lego games. Like, you could play it as a kid and enjoy it, and you
Yeah.
play it as an adult, and it's still fucking fun.
And
but-
aren't there world records for like the beating the levels?
Like speedrun type shit.
Yeah, doesn't it show you like the record at the end?
It does, yeah. I mean, the game itself was nothing really super new at all, but it was fun. The levels were different, and you had different things you were doing in each level. It was more like a 3D Mario type game, really.
Yeah, yeah.
That style.
You can find
But,
secrets and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you had that level, like levels like that. You had levels where you were like climbing walls. You had levels where you were swimming, and they were like 2D.
Yeah.
But the real fun part, the thing I love the most is, I mean, I've been a Sony fanboy forever. I've had their consoles since the one, just like you guys. And when you beat a level and you get to a certain score, you unlock they're called artifacts, and they're like fucking old peripherals for the PlayStations and shit like that. It was just so much fun to go through and be like, oh shit, the PlayStation 1 camera? I remember those.
Oh my God.
Or like the fucking mouse for the PlayStation 1. Like just shit like that, and seeing like unlocking the Vita, unlocking, you know, the PSP,
Yeah.
just the i2 camera, like the VR, the motion stick. Like it was just a fun romp through memory lane.
Yeah, and it taught you how to use the controller, right?
Yeah, and it was good. Like for a game that they're just gonna pre-install on every single PS5, which you can uninstall obviously, but they pre-install it. It's the only one there. It's out of the box. I expected a dumb tech demo, really. Like that's what I expected, and this game was fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like I would, if they made a second one, I'd buy it immediately. Like that's how fun it was.
I'm gonna have to reinstall it, I think, because I played like
I'd
the first
say give
level.
it a shot.
and
I mean,
just-
it's fun. It's not that long. It'll take you, 10 hours. You'll do everything.
Yeah.
But it was free.
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't play enough PS5 games anyway.
Dr. Scientist, when you get a PS5, don't just uninstall it. Give it a shot.
I plan on it, and then Maquette.
Yeah.
Well, Ratchet and Clank probably first.
Was Maquette PS5 only?
I think so. They only gave away the PS5.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I see
gotcha.
what you're saying. Maybe, but yeah, that's my number 2, Astro's Playroom.
Nice.
All right.
Before we get into our personal number 1 picks of 2021, we got to talk. We got to spend a little bit of time talking about the games that we played that fucking sucked, or we didn't like, or we're super disappointed about. I've got 2. I'm pretty sure you can guess what they are.
Call of Duty.
No, I didn't have Vanguard. I should have put that there, actually. I bitched enough about that, but I'll get it started. And one of the most disappointing games, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah.
I completely blacked that game out.
Yeah, I still haven't tried it.
It came out in December. I didn't play it before we did the review, the 2021 or 2020 games. I played it mostly in January, February of this year, 2021, and it's just a goddamn shame because there's something to it, man. There's a vibe to it. Like, there's good things in there. Like, there's a good game in there somewhere. But I couldn't believe how broken it was. It's shocking.
Does it still
How
look pretty
broken
in
it
some
was.
spots?
There are story missions that are amazing. There are side missions that are fantastic. There are moments where you'll play the game for 3 hours and it'll run perfectly. But I mean, this just like the basic glitches that, like, I would be in there's these things you could run on for. They're like police events or whatever, where you'll see the cops in a shootout and you can help them out or you can kill them, whichever. Usually you help them out because you actually get stuff. But, you'll run up on those. You'll start shooting. Your guns will be like way upgraded for the area, so you'll kill everyone in like 3 seconds. The battle music, which is the same every time you're in a battle, will start after everyone's dead, and it'll just fucking glitch out, and it'll just keep playing.
Because it didn't expect you to kill that quick.
Dude, like, you're in a story mission, and it's like, burner,
Yeah.
that music is burned into my fucking head forever.
I would have muted it at that point.
I wouldn't have played it.
It's just fucked up when you're playing the game and you get to a point where you're like, oh, a crash is coming. Like, I know a crash is coming. Because I've seen these
I hear
3
ya.
things happen before, and it's going to crash. I've never seen a game crash that much. It got to the point where, Dr. Scientist, you don't know this. You might have seen it, Chump Slap, where if your game crashes, you have the ability to send, like, an error report and, like, attach a clip to it.
Yeah.
Like, they stopped taking my clips. And I think they stopped taking error reports for that game. Because there was no more option. It was just, okay, like, restart the game.
We know you're playing
whatever.
Cyberpunk.
They're like, yeah, we can't fix it, so we're not gonna fix it. So
I mean, they promised multiplayer, which never happened. They promised the PS5 version in July. We're now in the beginning of 2022. You know what? I'm gonna say it. It's not out yet. It's 2022. We are recording this before the
end of the
date it
year.
aired, obviously, and well before, and it's not out. It's not going to come out.
It's not coming out. Multiplayer? Multiplayer?
Like I said, there's moments where you're in the sequences where they're captivating, and there are some great side missions that are just as charming as any Fallout side. I never thought I would care so much about a vending machine in my life.
Oh, yeah.
But there was one that could talk and had feelings, and it was great. It was a great story.
See, yeah.
And it was just, it's a goddamn shame. It's a real goddamn shame. I wish they would have delayed it like 2 years and just really punched it up and made an amazing game.
I might play it next year just to bitch about it at the end of the year.
I think you should. I think if it's stable, you should. Like, if you can play like 10 hours without it crashing.
Yeah.
I'm not talking in a row. I'm talking like 10 hours just in game.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'd say give it a shot. There's some good stuff there.
Hey, man, New Vegas still crashes. So.
That's true. But what about you guys? Do you have any ones you were disappointed about?
I have one that I was kind of hyped to start, and then it kind of disappointed me when I started playing it. And it has a weird title. It's called Buildings Have Feelings Too.
That sounds like it's sloppy as
I
fuck.
remember
know.
you. Yeah, I remember you saying that you started playing it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a management sim type thing, and the shtick is that the houses have feelings, and you have to try and keep them happy by like you have to put the family homes next to grocery stores,
Oh, okay.
and you're supposed to not have pollution around, and then they kind of walk around. You can move them around and stuff. And it
That's
was
fun.
Yeah, it was fun for the first like 2 hours, and then it just grinds on as more of the same. And then some of the management stuff gets ridiculous. Like you have to keep them happy to raise their level.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you move one building out of the way, they might get unhappy and then they get condemned, and you have to it just got tedious after a while, and I was disappointed by that. I was having fun in the beginning, but
Yeah. So it's good for like the first hour or two
Yeah.
and then shut it off.
it's nice and different.
The way you're speaking about it is kind of like the vibe. Follow me for a second. This might get off board.
Listening.
But it's kind of like the vibe with Fallout 4. Like with the settlements just constantly bothering you to come and show up and like help them out.
Yeah, kind of.
Is that what we're looking at?
Kind of, because like they only had like the buildings had to be in a certain area within their like sphere around them that they counted, and if they weren't in there, it would just drop the building's happiness, and the building would start. And if the building got too sad, it would get condemned, and you have to break it down and build another one. And
God,
Yeah.
I would hate if buildings had feelings.
Yeah, right?
All right.
And
Yeah.
they needed certain things to level up. So if you got like too much pollution trying to level up your grocery store, and then the theater got depressed, and it was just
Okay.
it got way too much. I'm sure there are people who like that kind of thing, but it wasn't for me at that time.
Yeah. I got one, but I'm not going that in depth because I didn't play it. Downloaded it when my brother was here for the holidays. Worms Rumble.
Why were you upset? by that?
Worms?
Worms?
You can't
Rumble. I don't
play
even know what this is.
Local multiplayer.
What?
No,
You can only play
that's a
online.
fucking bummer.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So downloaded it, found that out, deleted it. I did get one trophy. I guess I went through the tutorial, but
But Worms is meant for co-op on the couch.
yeah, I know. That's why I was so pissed. I was like, oh, they probably just microtransactions selling fucking costumes and shit. I don't know why, but
So I missed Worms.
You've never played a Worms game?
No, I mean, I'm aware they existed,
Oh.
but I don't think I've ever played one of them. Like,
oh,
what
man.
is?
I used to play them in high school all the time.
Yeah, dude, me too.
Explain them for the
Dreamcast.
people. What type of game is this? I don't even.
All right, you start with 4 worms each, up to 4 teams, and they're randomly spawned on a map,
It's a
and
2D map.
yeah, 2D map,
Sure.
and they can't move, but
You can walk.
only on your turn.
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's turn-based.
turn-based, and then you have weapons. Like you could throw rocket or grenades at them. You can shoot a rocket at them. You can walk up to them and just poke them off the edge. And you just have to kill
Nice.
them or drop them in the water.
Yeah, because if there's water in the bottom, and if you get in the water, the worm dies.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's really fun for like local multiplayer. But
Oh, carpet bombing people's awesome in that game.
yeah, the banana bomb,
Yeah, that's good too.
flying sheep,
All of
the
them. are good.
holy hand grenade. Yeah, there's some good shit in there.
I love the jetpack too.
Yeah, good times. But I mean, Worms is a great game, and it's fun as shit. But
No couch co-op kind of kills it.
Yeah, it totally destroyed it for me. I think it's because that one's free and they have other versions
Oh,
that they want you to buy.
still fuck them.
Yeah, it's Worms, fucker. I've been playing it for 20 some years. Let's go.
So this is a series that has been, for lack of a better word, known for its couch co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been around forever, and it's been
All of a sudden, they're like, for this one, no thanks.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there playing with 4 Dreamcast controllers playing it.
yeah. I just remember playing on an old computer, friend's house. Like, all right, your turn. Oh, yeah,
That's pretty
it's
awesome.
good stuff.
Well, actually, that sucks that you can't
Yeah.
play it. But I do have another one that super disappointed me.
All right.
Watch Dogs Legion.
Do you like the first Watch Dogs?
The first Watch Dogs, the only reason I played it was because it was a very early PS4 game. I had nothing else to play.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Same with the Legion, or is that 5?
The thing about it was that Watch Dogs, the original one, was at least fun, but it was a Grand Theft Auto clone. It wasn't as good as Grand Theft Auto. It was a good time, but even back then, it was nothing close to Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
But I had nothing else to play on PS4. I had
Is that the one where you could like hack people's cell phones and shit?
Yeah, you can hack their cell phones for info. You can steal money from them. Like the way it was presented to us is that you could, like, be driving down the street. You hack a street light, so everything turns green, and then all of a sudden there's traffic in the way, and then you got away from the cops or whoever. Or like you could hack like bollards, and they'd pop out of the ground,
like
and
high
cars
tech.
would just run into them.
It's supposed
It
to
was
be
fun.
high tech.
It was fun shit.
But
Exactly, and that's what it was marketed as. It didn't exactly come up to that level, but Watch Dogs 2 came out, and I gotta say, I fucking loved it. I fucking loved Watch Dogs 2, and I suggest if you like open world third-person shooters like that, obviously they're not for everybody, but if you're into open world third-person shooters like GTA or Saints Row or any of those, go play Watch Dogs 2, because it's fucking great. Because it stripped all the super serious stuff out of the story, and they're like, let's just have fun with this.
Yeah.
And you play with like vigilante hacker type guys. And it's fun. It's fun. The Bay Area was great for the story. Like, you went into Oakland, you went into San Francisco, you went into like Silicon Valley, that area. And then I was so hyped for Watch Dogs Legion. I'm like, it's in London. We haven't been there since what? Fucking Grand Theft Auto London
Yeah, right.
expansion.
Was
Like,
there a
let's
London
see what this
expansion?
is
I
about.
think so. Back in the day.
Oh, there was like 1969 or
Yeah.
whatever it was called. Oh, this is like pre Grand Theft Auto 3. This is way back. But I got so hyped for it, and it wasn't bad. Like, it played well. It didn't crash. There were some cool things you could do in it, but really, like, the idea is that you could recruit anyone on the street to be in your resistance group.
I remember that.
And then by recruiting them, you could then get their skill. But which is conceptually a great idea. But once you got the construction worker who could spawn the big drone, you would just sit on that and then drive the drone around the whole city. There was no reason to drive anymore. And then you could just like pop down into an area, steal what you had to steal, hop back on your drone,
You
and
could have
leave.
played it without a
Like,
drone.
there was no reason to do it. I could have, but once you had
Yeah.
that, it was so overpowered. It's like, why would I bother with
hear
anything
you.
else?
I hate when that happens.
The areas and the neighborhoods that they had in the London map, they weren't different enough. Like, it felt like in every part of the city, I was in the
So did you
exact
platinum
same
it?
spot.
Yeah, with a drone.
In the early days of PlayStation 5, they didn't do a good job of telling you you're playing the PS4
Oh,
version.
yeah.
So I platinumed it on both because I just had saves that I imported to the new one and then just
what a
cheated, basically.
That is funny.
yeah.
But it was disappointing. It was a super disappointing game. I played the whole thing, and I don't regret it necessarily, but man, 2 was so fucking good. Go play 2.
All right. So that's enough of the stinkers.
Yeah.
Do we want to get to our top number 1 games?
Just
Yeah.
tune in next
do it.
week and find out.
No.
No.
I'll go first because I'm up in the rotation.
All right,
if you
go
guys
ahead.
want.
Okay.
This is really no surprise.
Chell
It
21.
is a top tier franchise. Chill 21. No, it was a top tier franchise. They put a lot of money in their games. They innovate. The series has been around forever. We've covered several of the games. It's Resident Evil Village.
Oh, yeah.
I was drawing a blank
I
the
did not.
entire time.
Think you enjoyed that game that much.
No, he definitely did. He
I liked it way more after the fact. I still have to go back and do the goddamn challenges. the fiance is going out of town for a couple days. I might take that time to just sit there and nail these out. But it was good. It was in the vein of 7. It was like a continuation of Resident Evil 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I really respect the fact that the Resident Evil series just changes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty neat.
Like, you got 1, 2, and 3 in their own group, and then you've got 4, 5, and 6 in their own group, and then 7, 8, and probably the next one in their own group. And then they'll probably fucking just completely change the format again.
They should go top-down text-based.
Maybe. That'd be a change.
I'd see it.
Characters were great. It was kind of the same story as 7, but not really. I didn't like the end as much as I liked 7, but it also made more sense. It was good, though. It was good. It played well. It didn't fucking crash. That's one thing.
Wow, that's funny.
Like, all the weapons felt good. You had to basically go and get these portions, these puzzle pieces. I don't want to say what they are because they'll spoil it. But you had to get these puzzle pieces from the 4 different lords of all the weird manors. And I gotta respect a game that's just fucking weird.
Damn, I might
Like,
have to
it's
watch
just
this one
so
too.
weird. It's weird. It is a weird game. One of the bosses is a, lady,
Yeah.
Demisue,
Yeah,
I
everyone
believe
knows
is
that.
how you
Everyone knows
pronounce
that
it.
one.
Everyone knows her. She's the first one. She has 3 vampire daughters you have to kill. You get through her mansion. That's just one section of 4. Then you go to, like, the woman is real. She's a real person in the world, but she inhabits a doll and flies around.
Nice.
It's fucking
All right, I
creepy
don't want to
as
hear
hell
anymore
and
because
awesome.
this sounds awesome. I might have to play it.
It's good. I mean, I think I maybe wait till it gets to, like, that $30, $40
Yeah,
mark,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, obviously.
But it's worth it. Actually, I have it on disc. I'll just lend it to you.
FedEx.
I mean, I have it. Yeah, Resident Evil Village.
All
Gets
right.
my number 1
okay.
for 2021. Next up, Sir Chump Slap. No, Dr. Scientist. You're up next.
Either one, man. You pick. I'm
I
up.
bet you it's an indie game.
It probably is.
I was gonna say like horror indie. I'm the
First-person
wild
shooter.
card, man.
For a person shooter.
This is an awesome indie game. I think it's the first game I played this year. And
Wow, okay.
It's really good. It's 2D.
All
yeah.
downhill from there.
It's called Spiritfarer.
Spiritfarer.
Yes. It's you play as a kid and you take over for Karen and it's by like
Oh, I was
shepherding
gonna
souls.
say you take souls across the river
Yeah. So-
sticks.
Oh, it's coming back. I remember you playing this.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
us
the whole
about it.
game is picking up people who've died and then you try and get them to reckon with the choices they made in life and repent, like not repent, but get over things that bothered them, and then you release their spirits into heaven.
Interesting.
It's very heartful. There's a lot of little things thrown in there.
Is there any fart?
No, it's very fartless.
Right, well, not every game has to have fart.
Not every game has to have heart. I'm just saying.
You're right.
But yeah,
fair.
You basically just go around the underworld, going to these places and trying to make the people happy and accept that they've died. It's
Okay.
a very interesting, very good little indie game. There's a management part of it and trying to keep people happy and collecting things and stuff like that.
Like what kind of game?
It's not, can't even compare it to anything.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was worried about.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, it's like you can't put it in its own fucking little.
Yeah, but it's very good. Spiritfarer.
All right.
I'm just taking a look at it real quick. Oh, dude, you're a sucker for interesting art styles.
Yeah, it's got
I'll
a
tell
very
you
good
what.
art style.
You may not realize it, but I think you are.
Maybe.
He just likes indie games.
The 5 games I picked all have their own unique little style.
He's a gaming
They really do,
hipster.
and I mean, I think there's something that we need to explore subconsciously here with you, Dr. Scientist, that you like shorter indie games.
Yeah.
No, he just doesn't like sports games, first-person shooters.
Yeah.
Like the 4 most popular genres of video
Yeah.
games. You're like, go fuck
I love
yourself.
RPGs, but
He is
There's
more
aren't-
about
there-
the art of it.
there aren't very many RPGs released, and most role-playing
No.
stuff is usually quick indie titles.
Just fetch quests
Yeah.
and shit.
But yeah, Spiritfarer has a nice little art style. It's kind of wispy, lighthearted.
Okay. Sweet.
Well, there you go, Spirit Fair. Check it out. So Sir Chump Slap, you're
Yeah.
up, buddy.
Bring us home.
Well, it's this little indie game. It really asks the hard questions.
I'm having a feeling it doesn't, and it's not an indie game.
It's indie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were lying.
Superliminal
Oh,
Oh, okay.
puzzle game. Well, it just
I haven't played it yet.
came that close to Portal's heart. Just I had to
Oh.
pick as number 1. because it's just,
I've heard good things.
yeah, you're in like a dream world. It's like Portal meets Inception, you know?
Ooh,
Not really.
Never saw Inception.
Oh,
But there is a top in the game, too. They can
So it's
pick up-
just like Inception.
just like Inception. But no, it's just a puzzler, and it was fun puzzles. If you're smarter than I am, you could probably do the whole game in 2 hours.
Or not drunk when you try and do it.
Yeah, but it was neat, different, and I'm a sucker for fucking puzzle games like Portal, Talos Principle, this, Maquette.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other one you talked about.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just, it's fun. Puzzles are hard to me sometimes, and yeah, I don't know.
well, that's the thing about puzzle games is every time you're like, fuck, this puzzle took me like 3 days to figure out. There's always some asshole online that's like, oh, dude, I figured that out in like 3 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how everybody has such a problem with it.
Yeah, well, this one, after I beat the game and saw that there was a trophy for beating the game in 30 minutes, I was like, okay, well,
2 weeks in.
yeah. But I did. I platinumed it too. It was the only game I platinumed in,
2021.
I was going to say more years, but
In like 5 years.
yeah, I have no idea. There it is. Puzzler, Superliminal. I raved about it when I talked about it on the episodes, and
Yeah.
tell everyone I meet about it.
All right. Well, before we get to our fucking end bits, which might be the last ones we do of these bits, let's recap. Search Hub Slap, number 5, you picked Maquette. Then you picked for number 4, Metro Exodus. Then Call of Duty Cold War. Then Fallout New Vegas. And your number 1 was Superliminal.
Yeah. 3 first-person shooters sandwiched in puzzle games.
Can't argue with that. Dr. Scientist, you picked Other Side for number 5. Layer of the Clockwork God for number 4. Hades for 3. Disco Elysium for 2. And Spiritfarer as number 1.
A lot of beautiful art styles there.
That's a solid indie list you got
Yeah.
there. And then for me, I went with the cool guy picks, obviously. Sports. Number 5, MLB The Show 21. 4 is Chill 22. 3, Call of Duty Black. Wait. Call of Duty Cold War Zombies.
It was Black Ops Cold War. You're right.
Astros Playroom. Black Ops Cold War. And then Resident Evil Village for number 1.
Nice.
So that does it for the games we played in 2021.
Yeah.
Fun year in gaming. A couple games that I looked at the release schedule of games that are actually going to come out. Like for example, the new Horizon Forbidden West. That looks fun. I'm interested to check that out.
Yeah. I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was, it surprised me in how much I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that. Dying Light 2 is coming out. Maybe that might be
I
fun.
never played the first
Yeah, I
one.
played the first one.
It's very much in the vein of Dead Island.
I was gonna say it reminded me of Dead Island when I saw videos of it. So
It's a lot of that, a lot of jumping around. March, I know we don't really care about it, but a big one coming out, Gran Turismo 7 is coming out.
oh man, do you see how sweet Forza looks?
Car racing games look
So
so
fucking
fucking good. They're so far ahead of every other genre of any game. They look amazing, especially like when they do the rain
Yeah.
and you see it like beat off the
It's insane.
It looks beautiful. A game I completely forgot about till right now, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the next Borderlands game coming
yeah.
out
Oh
in March.
shit. I don't know if I'll play that.
And then there's a lot of TBD in 2022, which may be pushed. I mean, you've got Bayonetta 3. You've got Destroy All Humans 2, reprobed.
Whoa.
I don't know if Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out this year or if it's next year. But I think it's only on Switch, so I might have to buy a Switch to play it.
Oh, if you get a Switch before PS5, there's gonna be fists thrown.
Well, a Switch, I can either order online or go to any store and pick up right now if I wanted.
I'll find you a PS5 in 5 minutes.
I played my Switch for maybe a total of 3 hours.
Yeah, but if it was SMT 5, I'd
had it for
I'd
2 years.
probably easily play it and beat the game. So that's at least 80 hours I'd play of it.
Okay.
Oh, guys, we got EA Sports PAGA Tour coming out next year.
Nope, next year's your, I can't remember what sport you said you'd play next year.
Football, Madden.
Okay.
Also, the one that I actually am interested in, Evil Dead, the game. That looked,
Yeah,
remember we
that
saw
looks
that
fun.
teaser like a year ago, and that looked fun.
Yeah. Whenever they decide, as long as it's not glitchy as fuck. Because I'm never pre-ordering a game again, except for Elden Ring.
Yeah, I say that, and then I pre-order for
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
All right, well, that's our 2021. Those are our favorite games let's close this up by doing possibly the last section of bits.
Okay.
All right.
One of the favorite segments of every week. Dr. Scientist, classic wrestling finisher, lock of the week.
He's out.
Ding, ding, ding.
Let's get on. Every week for this entire fucking year so far, we've asked Dr. Scientist for a guaranteed, amazing, dope-ass wrestling finisher, and he's never let us down. This week, last one of the season. What do you got for us, Dr. Scientist?
This is the last one of this season. I thought we'd bring it around, doing the same wrestler I did the very first week, if you remember who that is, Papa Scotch.
Of course not.
Of course you don't, because it's The Rock.
No,
It doesn't matter if you remember.
I will give you the propers for really bringing it around. That's good showmanship. It's good podcast. Excellent choice. Excellent.
But if you pull this one off in a street fight, this is epic because it does absolutely nothing, and you'll hurt yourself a million times more than you hurt your opponent.
People's elbow.
Yep, we're doing The Rock People's Elbow.
He ended with the people's
One of the
elbow.
greatest finishing moves of all time.
Oh, I love it. His elbow's so hard.
Do I have to explain it?
No.
No, everybody knows what the People's Elbow is.
If you don't know what it is, just Google it.
Yeah, there's got to be videos of 20 of them at least.
Yeah, I mean, this was a big one. This is one of those things that I knew nothing about wrestling at the time,
Yeah.
and I knew exactly what the people's elbow
yeah.
was.
Oh, and if you pull it off in a street fight, just running back and forth between nothing. It's amazing.
Oh, without ropes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the fucking people's elbow. What else we gonna even say?
Yeah, you can't top
Can you
that.
end it? Can you end any better?
No.
Nope. I got nothing.
That's it.
So then let's move on. Let's go into our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather?
Ding, ding, ding.
What? Just two choices?
Every week for this last entire year, we've asked Chump Slap a would you rather question. He had to answer and explain himself. This week, I've got 3 for you.
Jesus.
We are ending
On a banger.
hard, son.
Okay.
Let's just roll into it, and we're going to learn a little bit about
Rapid
Chump
fire.
Slap right now. Sir Chump Slap, would you rather be buried alive or stranded at sea?
Stranded at sea in what? Like a dinghy or a floating on
Yeah,
a
raft. Say a raft. And you know what? I'll even give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll say we'll give you one of those fancy rafts with sun protection, so you don't get blasted.
But I don't have
by the
any
sun.
water or anything in either of these scenarios.
Well, one, it doesn't really matter.
Let's say you have a little bit. You got 24 hours of water. You got a gallon with you.
I'll take stranded at sea. Wait.
I saw that movie with
Am I
Ryan
gonna be-
Reynolds. I don't want to be underground.
Yeah. I don't want to die. Or am I just there for a
Well,
day?
see, I think you're mistaking the question here because you're thinking of which one you could survive, like which one you had a better chance of surviving. I'm talking about just in the moment.
Oh, I'd
you
rather
rather be
love
sitting
to
there
be floating on
floating
an
on a dinghy?
ocean right now. Rather than underground and
Yeah.
pitch black.
That's a good point, I guess.
Boom.
All right, I mean, there you go. Stranded at sea. Let's move on to the second one. Number 2. Sir Chump Slap, would you rather get an alert every time your parents hook up or they get an alert every time you hook up?
I heard this one on Free Beer and Hot Wings. They talked about it.
Maybe. I found it on the internet, so possibly.
I'd rather they get an alert every time I hook up.
It's not like their
'cause,
phones are going to die.
Yeah. I don't know if they're still hooking up, and I don't want to know. So-
Reasonable answer. So then we're going to end this year on probably the best would you rather question I could possibly find.
okay.
Sir Chump Slap,
Oh, bring it on.
would you rather shit bricks or puke slugs?
How big bricks?
Yeah.
Just so he
Are these
knows.
bricks going to fuck up my...
I'm not talking the standard large size sidewalk brick.
yeah.
I'm talking the one that's slightly smaller and more of a rectangle. You know what I'm talking about? The old school brick?
Yeah, that'll like
Just
long
an
and
old
thin.
red brick.
Nope, just fucking red brick, dude.
Oh, that's still a massive surface area to be coming out of my ass in one shot.
Yes, but we'll say for both of these scenarios, you don't get physically injured. Like you feel it while it's happening and it's gross.
Can I not flush them either? Do I have to take them out of the toilet? Because I think if you shit a brick, it might break the porcelain. You know what I mean?
You got to shit like camper style, like you put a bag in
Yeah.
the toilet.
Yeah. But I would not want to puke up slugs. That sounds horrible, man.
I mean, even though you didn't get hurt, shitting the brick isn't going to be fun stretching.
No.
And you'll
But-
feel it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I barely puke. Maybe I'll go with puking slugs.
Is it a bunch of slugs or one big slug?
Oh, it's a
No.
lot of slugs. It's a lot of smaller slugs.
It's like a disgusting amount of slugs.
I think any amount of slugs is a disgusting
Yeah.
amount of slugs.
You're gonna be
True.
lousy with slugs when you throw up.
And they don't flush easy.
Yeah, but I shit. We've been over this
We have.
multiple times a
We've
day.
covered this.
So,
You're just hoping you don't puke anymore.
yeah. Yeah, I'll go with the puking slugs.
You know, let me tell you, with my recent experience with food poisoning, puking slugs is the way to go.
Yeah, I don't want
Each
to.
of those was bricks.
No. Yeah, I can imagine.
Imagine diarrhea bricks.
But if
Well,
it's
that's
just
a
a
great,
brick,
interesting question. Would it come out and like as one long line, like that frozen piss from like an airplane? You know what I mean? Like a
Or would it be a
spear
multiple
of
bricks?
bricks?
I don't know.
That's a tough one, huh?
Yeah, but I'd take puking slugs because, I don't know, it's been a minute since I puked. I feel like Jerry Seinfeld in an episode.
Yeah. Don't eat a white and black cookie.
Yeah, right?
All right, well, there you go. He'd rather puke slugs. So let's say someone wanted to send us an email about how fucking awesome we were in all of 2021. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chumpslap?
Flytime@gmail.com, and I will gladly let the whole crew know how awesome we were.
And if they want to get to us faster on the socials with more praise about how awesome we were and how they told like 50 of their friends to listen to the fucking podcast, where would they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and the outdoor social media app Go Wild Hunting Fishing.
You heard them. Go wild hunting fishing. That's the one. We're
That's a horrible name for an app.
We're all over that.
It cut off on the rest. I don't know.
You
what
can
it's
go to
called.
plottytime.com. Takes us to our eBay store. You can buy shit. You can go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Or you can go to our subreddit and join there and get part of the conversation. But other than
Jump
that,
in.
we are closing the book on season 3. We're gonna be taking a little
Can't
break.
believe
We're gonna
we did
do
3
our
seasons.
Yeah, we've done 3 of them. We're going to do next week our top reviewed games of
I'll
2021.
talk about some good ins.
Yeah, you guys can stop listening for like 3 weeks or whatever.
That's usually what happens, but we're
You
going to
know
take a
how
break.
it is. It's our fucking right.
Get out there, play some video games. Don't trust Dr. Scientist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
See you season 4.
Peace.